Well, it's 7.
Oh, shit, it was just regular garbage. I told her, I said, you can't use that, don't use the garbage.
Sorry about that.
The first time.
Of course. So we paid for the whole year just to be safe.
While we wait, Joe said he is on his way, so we'll give him just a minute. There are some more chairs up here if you're interested. So people had problems hearing, our viewers had trouble hearing when we were at the community room. So we're asking when you do your public comments to come up and speak closer so that people at home can hear.
And our newspaper person
Yeah,
is trying to do it offline.
yeah,
And
so Joe said he's on his way, so we'll give him just a couple minutes.
David's filling in this week, but now it'll be in Alderson.
Oh,
Yeah, it's doing okay.
yeah, he said he was going to keep doing it, but apparently
It gives him ladies.
not listening.
He said
You
we're
know,
going
that
to
was
schedule
like, they were sick as
No one needs to use you.
So who will you do bills instead of John?
Yes.
A little disappointed in the junior.
Yeah, would you like my TV?
Nobody's here. We're getting those great big deals that.
Nope, pictures are only clearer in person.
Yeah. But it.
Oh, maybe it's just computer, no?
Yeah.
All right, looks like 7:02. I will call our meeting to order. Did everyone have a chance to look at the agenda? Is there a motion to approve?
Oh, second.
Motion by Austin, second by Joel. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Welcome to our public. Like I said, if you would come forward so that people can hear you, you're welcome to share your thoughts, but it is limited to 5 minutes. Who would like to say something?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, this curb stop deal, that's a big joke. I got 13 of them, be damned if I'm gonna pay that. Nobody asked me to leave them there.
What did the committee come up with?
Just go to the next one.
Sure. All right, committee.
15 and 15, right?
Yes, we have talked about leaving it the same.
Okay.
Well, it was a discussion in all directions, but
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah,
So in other words, you're saying we're gonna get charged $30 a pop, huh? Well, it's a big joke as far as I'm
The same
concerned.
for all properties?
I don't know where you guys come about it. Charge us that, you're already charging us extra for water and sewer for the street project.
this is part of it's not an additional fee, it's just a
Well,
charge on infrastructure that is there.
Yeah, now it's there.
So
You did it.
if we do not, as like what I was asking,
Okay,
because
excuse me, but we need to be using,
Please come up to the microphone.
using the microphone.
Front row.
Jerry was probably close enough.
all I'm saying is I'm not building on that corner lot. I have no desire to. And I don't think I have to pay the $30. Since 1994, once again, there's never been anything on there. If I have to, I guess I'll have to remove whatever I have to out of there, so there won't be anything there. I don't want neighbors there. I'm not being mean, but we
Right.
didn't want
And
it.
I understand you don't want neighbors, but when 15, 20 years from now, when some of us in this room are no longer here, that lot.
That
could
will
built
be
on.
my kids to deal with that at that time.
Right.
But not me. So if it's my lot, I can do with what I want with that lot, correctly? Is that right? As far as water, sewer, anything that's on there, I can take care of that myself?
A
From
curb
the
stop
curb
is
stop
not on your lots.
That's right, so we shouldn't have to pay anything. We don't own the curb stop. We have not the boulevard. Nope. The way I look at it.
I just think we should be fair.
Helen,
What's your reasoning for charging the 30?
right,
Why? All these years,
Right.
we never have.
no, correct.
Nobody was informed when the streets were done that there's gonna be a $30 fee.
Right.
But what is your reasoning for charging this $30 fee?
Sure. So the reasoning behind it is in the course of getting these loans and grants for the, was it $16 million now? Water sewer project. In the course of talking to people from the state, it came to our attention that it's their recommendation that we actually be charging the full surcharge, which is over $80 per lot. That seems awfully steep to us. So after discussion, $30 is a lot more palatable than the 84 or 88.
It's 83.
Yeah, so $83.
Thank God for
Let me
that.
rephrase my question. What's your end game?
To pay off these loans.
And you're paying them off the way they should be anyway? I mean, are you expecting me to pay $30 a month just so you can cut back on some interest in the long run?
I believe that's what.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of.
And why?
That's not the only reason.
Why,
the reason, that's
why are
just
you
gonna
signaling these people out?
Because there is infrastructure there.
But nobody asked for the infrastructure
Yeah.
we put on the lot.
Was it there before?
Yeah, except for one.
Did they add any new that didn't have stuff
Jerry got one added.
at a request or at a?
I think we talked about it, and
Yeah.
we said if you own by, you could just as well.
Right.
Because I didn't know what I'd ever do with the lots. I'd just set campers in there or sell the lots out.
I can't charge you for something that ain't there.
So what's your criteria? I can remove mine.
That's what I'm asking. Is that an option?
Yeah, it should be.
So I don't have, I'm just
Just a
asking.
minute, we need to take our turns. All right, Brian, please explain what is involved in remove, not that we're not going to remove them, but what is the process?
Well, I'll remove my own.
Dig up the street, dig down to the main, shut the court fitting off.
And then resurface the street.
Yeah.
That's what's involved, so.
Not in all cases. I mean, all that line's got to do is capped and underneath it. No curb stop. Am I right, Brian?
So, but I have a curb stop at the corner.
Nope. You can do get curb stop out
Well, but
without tearing up street.
Yeah.
Yes, I
It
know.
can be capped at the street. You won't have to go into the street. But then what's,
They can't hear you, sorry.
I mean, you don't have to dig up the street, you can cap it at the street. But then what's the purpose? The curb stop is there, it's shut off, nobody's using it.
It isn't about using it.
I know, it's about,
Infrastructure being there.
Okay,
wasn't
how much
even
does
new.
it cost
Mine's
to put
not
a
even
curb
new.
stop in, begin with? What is a curb stop and then the hookup to the main?
You're looking at,
$2,500
Yeah.
the service.
I mean, that's what it costs for the hook onto the 10-inch main or however it is, that little saddle,
Yeah.
and the line going to the curb stop. What does curb stop cost? It can't cost $2,500 for that deal.
Oh, curb stops, 300 and some bucks. The riser is probably $170, something like that. And I don't know what they charge, what it is per foot on that poly.
It's probably $1,500 for the dig at least, and then
We paid roughly $2,500 to have water and sewer services.
So this is a recommendation that you guys are going on. So you don't have to do it, right?
correct.
I just
After
want to
discussion,
verify that this is a recommendation.
And has been passed once previously.
speak up, I can't hear you.
It was passed once before that we enacted.
Right.
So this would be the second reading.
the amounts
officially.
were passed.
there's 80 some of them. 80 some curb stops. Is that right?
Something in that ballpark. isn't it?
77, I think.
77, I think.
And some of those were like the people who lived here part-time.
Oh, right, those.
In that list.
It's 87.
I'm gonna go on record as the unpopular opinion and say that I think that the council is doing the right thing by charging these. No matter what service you have, you pay for it to have the service, whether it's electrical, it's in your bill, whether you do garbage. If you don't take your garbage down every week, you still pay a monthly maintenance fee. The same thing should be with water. If you look at Kingsbrook Rural Water in the country, you pay $39 a month for the rest of your life, once you have it put on your property. If you buy it, you still pay it because you have that right to have that water, whether you use it or not. We get our water from Kingsbrook Rural Water. And so we are paying that maintenance fee as well. The thing is, the way I look at it, I have one, I pay $23.50. My money goes to pay for, to help maintenance the rest of these, everybody else's. So mine, whether it's my taxes in the past, because we didn't have a maintenance fee. So my taxes went to pay for everybody else's curb stops maintenance, where I did not have more than one. So I think if you want to talk about fair, you take them out.
But they asked you if you wanted it to begin with out there in the pasture, right?
They did not. When I moved to town,
I mean, they just gonna put one in every pasture.
when I moved to town 21 years ago, the lot between us, they were gonna put
Oh,
one
I
in.
thought you were talking about in the country.
No, I'm talking, so on my street in town, was
Yeah.
annexed in town.
Yeah.
They were gonna put one in between Ronnie and I got together and stopped them and said, we don't need one here because we don't want a house here. You can't put one there because it has water. We thought ahead, we said, there's no need for one. We don't need to hook one up. So we did it before they actually put one in. The thing is though, the way I look at it is, why should I have to help pay for all of the rest of these that are in the country? Even if they're using them or not, they're not on my property. Nobody else helps me pay for my taxes.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from the public?
We just want to hear some of your guys'
No.
comments now.
The one you're talking about, is that actually supplying water to the house you live in?
What's that?
The curb stop you're talking about, there's rural water.
No, I do not have rural water. I'm part of the city.
Yeah,
Any rural water in the country that is put in,
right.
when it's put in, you pay $39 a month for the rest of your life, whether
But
you use it or not.
They gave you the option of not putting one on some lot between you.
But yes, you're right.
We didn't get that option.
Well, I went out and told them I didn't want it. I saw it was going in. I said, no.
I never even seen anybody putting one in on that property next to my shop. And I could tell you if somebody had put a new one in, and that is not a new one.
I
And
just,
then there's no
when they were-
reason for it.
when they
And
put
anybody
the city
that-
water in, I took the initiative and said, do not put one in.
Because you seen somebody out there doing something.
A lot
I
of
guess-
these are.
I guess it was obvious when they were digging up the street, putting in water and sewer, that it was gonna be going by.
You're supposed to get close to them though. Go talk to them.
Okay,
I had to. It's the only way in and out of my street.
so, people on the, anyone on the council, do you have anything you want to share?
Well, the
before we-
public always has the right to bring it to a vote and can override council. With a public vote, and we're gonna have to do a little work, but if you get the signatures, then the city has to provide the avenue for the election. Type thing, so just if we decide that this is the way, and I got 4 of them, I'll be paying for it too, so I'm not immune from it, I'm also gonna be paying, what, 120, another $1,500 a year. But I want those there, so as things develop, it's there, type thing, so.
It's your choice.
But I mean, basically, they were all there. Some of them got replaced with new ones, some didn't. But I also didn't know we were gonna charge neither, because that came up after the fact as far as.
Curb stops that are there, when they start leaking, who pays that? The
The
city.
city does.
So when we have no money coming in for that curb stop that's been there, when it has to replace, it costs us $2,500. There's still no income after the new curb stop's put on for the next 30 years, whether it's used or not. It's up to the homeowner, I guess, if they want it removed, to work with the city to have that removed properly and capped properly so it don't leak, because if it leaks,
There's a liability involved.
yeah, somebody's got to be
Mm.
liable for that leak. Right now it's the city. If it's the curb stop leaking or anything before the curb stop, it's the city's responsibility. So all these that have been put in and there's no income for that curb stop, it's really hard on this. The rest of us have to pay for that. So there's 80 roughly curb stops sitting out there that are maintenance free, but get completely maintenanced,
Yeah, but they didn't need to be there though either.
Some do, some don't. I agree. There's some probably that don't need to be there, but if they were there, part of the program was put them back where they were. And I don't know if there was 1 or 2 put in that weren't there, if that was up to the city or if that was up to the homeowner, I don't know that. But I just looked at the paper that shows how many that were there. They're not having a maintenance fee.
Here's how the city of Huron does it. If you have water, whether or not, they started having to replace their curb stops because they were getting old. The council seen it was costing the city a lot of money. So they changed their ordinance that says now the water and sewer is the homeowner's responsibility from the main. So when I had a water line in a crawl space in the house we were at in Huron, freeze and break. So I asked them to come shut it off. And they said, not our problem. So they wouldn't even help me or give me any good idea where the curb stop is. So I tried to go one over and I called in a one call, like I was gonna dig down and find and put in a new curb stop. Everybody else came and marked. They said, not our problem. So they wouldn't even come out and give me an idea where the curb stop or nothing is. So that's how they solve their ongoing maintenance. They just pass the buck to all the homeowners, rental or structure owners, let's put it that way, whether it's renter, they live or whatever, so. But yeah, they wouldn't come out and do anything, said, it's not our problem.
So what's your point here?
Well,
That's
Like Jeremy-
We're talking about Lake Preston.
yeah, but like Jeremy's saying, we're trying to create a little bit of revenue to help create, you know, built in there so that we can
Keep doing.
say
what we're
when
doing,
you
yeah.
want that turned on, if we ever do, or the next landowner, and it needs a whole new curb stop, then there's been some funds that have come in as that water service has deteriorated. And now you'll get a new curb stop and stuff for free, so that's where I'm at. Do I wanna pay an extra 1,500? Well, not any more than you guys do, but then I'm stuck, you know, when I said I do to be a council member, and then I have to do what appears to be right in the best interest of the city, so that's
So
where I'm
then-
at.
Everybody that's got water running to their house, their curb stop could go bad too. Are you gonna charge them an extra $30 a month
It's
too?
already
No,
under,
cause they're already paying
It's already under bill.
$85 a month.
Okay, now my next question is, right now, what's your criteria for digging mine up, getting rid of it? I don't want it.
city's not gonna do it, it's be up to the homeowner, but they have to figure out.
Yeah, I wanna know what the criteria is. I'll do it. Hell, I've dug a hole before.
As long as it's back to engineer spec, I suppose.
We'd have to look into what policy we have for discontinuing service. You know, and I know somewhere in the ordinances or whatever, it says how they must be removed, capped, blah, blah, blah.
Because if it
whatever.
leaks, it'll have to be the homeowner's responsibility.
Well,
It's
I
not done
mean,
properly.
what point does it become the homeowner's property and the city's property?
That's,
Is the curb stop kind of the demarcation point there?
that's what it is
So-
now. Right now, it's,
So
the city
really
owns up to the
here,
curb stop.
digging into city property there.
So that'll be up to Brian, 'cause that, you know, that's
Well,
infrastructure,
yeah,
that's beyond our
Well,
knowledge, that's.
it's probably also up to us if we allow it.
Mhm.
The idea of people going around willy-nilly just digging up the yards.
Not a great idea.
No,
Well, because the main's gonna have to be shut off to do it, so that's
Oh,
gonna have
yeah.
to be work with the city to do it.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's gonna be expensive to put a new road back to there if they have to go under the pavement and cut up the pavement, that'll be pretty expensive ordeal. And any sidewalk that needs to be dug up will have to be repaired or whatever, so.
boy.
So you're saying that, I just want to get this clear because I don't want to get in trouble. You're saying that if I come up with the plan just for that corner lot by my house and gets a professional in there that knows what they're doing and talks to Brian about getting that location tapped and whatever, it is okay for me to do that on just that property by my house is the one I'm talking about. Not the other ones, just that one.
It depends on what the
Right.
policy is. If you have to dig to the center of the street
right. I
and dig
think,
down and
It
shut it
hasn't
off.
Well, I mean,
It
I'll just
hasn't
talk
been
to a
established yet.
professional
Yeah.
first.
I don't, I mean, us as a council don't know that far.
right. I think they would have to be evaluated, each one individually, to determine even feasibility of that option. Like, we can't make a blanket decision because
Some
each
will be,
location is different and the infrastructure around each curb stop is unique, so we can't make one blanket answer.
So in other words, I came here for 2 meetings and you guys already knew you were not even gonna, even look at this objectively.
No,
No, that's not
Objectively is determined by who's looking at which way.
Because now I come up with a plan for myself to save me, and now, nope, Darlene, you can't do that.
No,
What
that's
didn't
still,
say you couldn't
yeah,
do it.
no, that's still an
It's
option.
just gotta be done right.
right.
Right, okay, so that,
According to the
okay.
policy.
So we can't say yes to you because we don't know what it all entails. We're saying we would have to look at each case individually. We're
But
not saying that summary, like, this one's yes, we don't know that
We
until we
also
get
have
in
to
there.
look at the legality of it all.
Right.
'cause, you
Yeah.
know,
And if it's
you know,
removed, it's gonna be really hard for
It's a bigger question
the
than what you're asking.
city to go back and put a new one in if somebody ever wants to do it, because it's not gonna be feasible for us to dig under the road again to hook up
I
for one
really
service.
don't think in the next, however, who knows, God only knows how long I'm gonna be here.
And not just yours, but the other 88 or 80 or whatever we
Right.
have.
And thank you, Jeremy,
That's
for
it.
looking at it.
I mean, it's, yeah,
Yeah,
as a whole, of the 80 that are not getting, that's, you know, obviously there's gonna be some that will never be used or whatever, but that's just still on the sheet, that it's not, it's a curb stop that the city owns that has no revenue coming in. That's what we looked at.
Yeah, and what if, as far as down the road, is somebody gonna want water on there, and would we have to
Well, we
get
took-
back into the street?
Yeah.
Well,
Stuff like
anybody
that,
that
so.
has an older home, you know, like me, my house is not new. Somebody paid for that water and that sewer line to be there. I didn't pay for it. It was paid for probably 50 years ago,
And that one has maintenance. I mean, we have an income off that valve now that,
you know,
You know,
so,
but there's 80 of them that don't. And that's the
Yeah.
part, you know, if they paid to have it removed and it's no longer a city's liability, then that's completely fair, but
if Jivo ever did come to town, there'd be a lot of lots that would be looked for.
There are
Yeah,
already
okay.
lots being looked for and they're almost impossible to come by.
Well, somebody could make a nice bit of coin.
That's funny, nobody's asked me about any.
Oh, that's not what the rumor around town is.
Well, that's the rumor, see, there you go again.
Yeah, but
But
so
just-
does that mean you are open to
willing to sell?
selling?
Well,
Because we
sure.
do have people
Put your
who.
money where your mouth is at,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't need a lot. I'm
Ah.
saying people have asked. So, yeah, if we can put them in contact with you, we will. Absolutely. Because, yeah, no, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm saying, yes, there are people looking. So if you are willing to sell, we will get you connected.
Yeah, I mean, it don't make sense. I mow all them lots and keep them up. And here, then you want me to pay $30 a month extra to do all that. I mean, it just asinine as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pay it. I don't
And-
care.
Darlene, the committee met, and we sat here for an hour arguing back and forth, pros, cons, all that kind of stuff. So we didn't take the decision lightly. As far as we'd already predetermined it, and we didn't give a shit what anybody thought, type thing. So that's kind of how it was arrived at. We had to look at the whole general thing as far as what's best for the city instead of best for the individual. You know, my example, Ford, I'll be paying $1,500 a year more until I sell some, and now I kind of wished I wouldn't have had the one put back on over north of the elevator, because really nobody new is probably gonna want to build north of the elevator, you know, with the traffic and all that kind of stuff.
so when do we come to you if I'm gonna move forward with what I was talking about? Do I come back to another city? I'm just asking, I'm not trying to make enemies, I'm just
No,
asking.
no.
So I come back to another city council meeting and tell you what my professional tells me, and then you guys decide if I can move forward with that, just on that lot by my house.
Right.
Not the other ones, just that one.
Yeah.
I don't know that you have to come to a meeting. I think you
Yeah, just come to
can.
the city.
Talk to Brian maybe,
They'll have it checked out.
and then he'll, I mean,
And then.
yeah, I want it all on the up and up. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't plan on having neighbors there.
Yeah.
And I'm not being mean, I'm just not having them.
How do you plan on collecting this money?
It will be part of the water.
You'll get a
sewer
water,
bill,
each,
like you
yeah,
already
each
get.
curb will
I
get
don't
a,
have water. I don't use water.
Then you will start getting it.
yeah, you'll get each lot will get one.
Okay.
Just to be clear, these are to make balloon payments towards the loans. So like, also, so you guys are clear too, that they're gonna go into specific accounts. Like, we're not gonna be using that money.
No.
It's in the resolution for the phases.
Right.
So,
Each phase will get paid for.
So this isn't for the maintenance of my water shut off that I'm not using.
that's why
This
I
is-
wanted to be clear that.
Well, I was just told that not too long ago here.
Right. It's not going into a maintenance account, but it is
So
to,
why am I paying extra just so the rest of the world can get off for?
Both statements can be true.
right. Because if you're not paying for
Then
it,
change your ordinance to where if something goes wrong, the landowner pays for the repairing the shut off.
well, yeah, I don't know that we want to do that, because that's even more
That'd be too
expensive than
easy.
this $30 a month would be. So to get back to what you said, you say, why is it fair that you should have to pay for that?
To pay extra so you can pay off the interest. That's what you just said.
Right, but
That's
why
where the
is
money
it fair that the rest of the community pays for your lots that you're not utilizing when the infrastructure is already there?
But we have a choice of what our lot's being used for. So why should we have, if I got
Well,
a
that's
gas
it right
meter, if I
there.
got a gas meter,
You
if I
have
got a
choice.
gas meter,
You have a choice.
okay, don't pay it, that's what I'm asking.
No, I'm saying you have a choice what to do with the lot.
If you have a
You're
gas
choosing not
meter,
to
right.
do anything
Well,
with
got
You have a gas meter, you
ain't
pay a
even-
Okay,
minimum.
hey, people are not going to be able to hear, so.
Okay.
All right,
once they shut off the gas meter, you don't pay for that.
No.
It's like take the meter, but you gotta
Yep,
pay to have it reconnected.
right.
And that's what we're saying.
Right.
It might it'd be another $3,500 they want to be put on, but if the city even wants to put it in, if it's been taken out, the city has the right to say, no, you're not digging up the street, put a new one in.
right, yeah,
That's
just
okay with
because someone
me.
appeals doesn't mean that it's going to be granted.
You keep making it sound like you gotta dig the street up. You don't have to dig the street up on 99% of these water stops.
We will, yeah, that will be determined at the time. So I think we have,
Already made your decision.
well, we haven't voted. The committee did meet, they made their recommendation, and I feel like everyone has had an opportunity to voice their opinion, so. With that being said, we have resolution 105 tax 25.
So I also want you to, because if we're gonna pass these resolutions,
Right.
if we're not going to republish them,
Nope,
Kingbrook
yes,
has a rate increase.
right, of a nickel.
Yeah,
Goodness.
5 cents.
5 cents.
Per thousand.
Yeah,
So if you're gonna change anything with that 650, do it now so we don't have to republish it twice.
which is 650.
What's the rate we're charging now? Do we wanna
It's 650 now.
absorb
Oh,
the
Are you guys
nickel?
going
I
to
would say
add
absorb the
nickel?
nickel. Just absorb it.
yeah, at this point, when I read that, I think at this point, we just absorbed the nickel.
Yeah, cause it
Um,
stays at a nicer, evener number.
So,
That way then go to
yeah,
650.
but, I mean, as a council, your thoughts on raising the nickel to absorb or
I'd
raising
like the
or-
motion that we absorb the nickel.
All right. So, back to resolution 105 tax 25. I don't think so.
Under your notepad, or someone's notepad.
Some of them. Okay,
That's why I highlighted that area.
okay. All right. Resolution establishing water rates for the city of Lake Preston, resolution 105 tac 25. Be it resolved that effective as of the 1st of January 2026, the following water rates shall apply. If water is turned on at the curb stop, a minimum monthly charge consisting of $18 per month per connection base fee plus $6.50 per 1,000 gallons of water consumed or fraction thereof is hereby imposed for all residential connections in the city and commercial connections located inside and outside the city limits, except apartment buildings. If water is turned off at the curb stop, a fee shall apply to all vacant structures, buildings, or vacant lots where city water distribution is available. The fee shall be $15 per month for each residence, multiple family and commercial occupancy within the city for distribution and maintenance and to assist with loan obligations. No additional loan surcharges will be charged to these properties until water is turned on at the curb stop. Funds will be separated to make large balloon payments towards the water surcharge loans. If water is turned on to the curb stop of a second account shop, a minimum monthly charge consisting of $18 per month per connection base fee plus $6.50 per 1,000 gallons of water consumed or fraction thereof is hereby imposed for all residential connections in the city. If water usage exceeds 500 gallons, 600 surcharges will be added to the bill for that month. Apartments shall be charged a monthly charge according to the following rate schedule based upon the size of the apartment building. Fourplex apartment, monthly base charge of $33 per month plus $6.50 per 1,000 gallons of usage or fraction of thereof. Sevenplex apartment, monthly base charge of $51 per month plus $6.50 per 1,000 gallons of usage or fraction thereof. Eightplex apartment, monthly base charge of $59 per month plus $6.50 per 1,000 gallons of usage or fraction thereof. 16plex apartment, monthly base charge of $115 per month plus $6.50 per 1,000 gallons of usage or fraction thereof. All of the foregoing monthly charges, except the charge based upon the actual amount of water consumed, shall be imposed each month prior to the disconnection, and also in the event water is not consumed, the portion of the monthly charge based on actual gallons of water consumed shall be based upon each 1,000 gallons consumed or fraction of each 1,000 gallons consumed. It says reach, changed it. In addition to the normal water system user fee, the city hereby establishes a surcharge of $21.80 payable by all users and apartments of the water system for the project financed by DW01 Loan Water Phase 1 with the Borrow Bond Series 2020. The collection of the surcharge shall start on August 25th, 2020. The surcharge shall remain in effect until such time as the borrow bond is paid in full. It shall be collected at the same time as other surcharges of the system and established a surcharge account to segregate the income from other system income for bookkeeping purposes to be pledged to the South Dakota Conservancy District. The surcharge shall be reviewed from year to year and modified in order to provide the required 110% debt coverage. In addition to the normal water system user fee, the city hereby establishes a surcharge of $5.60 payable by all users and apartments of the water system for the project financed by DW02A Loan Water Phase 2 with the Borrow Bond Series 2023. The collection of the surcharge shall start on January 25th, 2023. The surcharge shall remain in effect until such time as the borrow bond is paid in full. It shall be collected at the same time as other charges of the system and establish a surcharge account to segregate the income from the other system income for bookkeeping purposes to be pledged to the South Dakota Conservancy District. The surcharge shall be reviewed from year to year and modified in order to provide the required 110% debt coverage. In addition to the normal water system user fee, the city hereby establishes a surcharge of $4.45 payable by all users and apartments by the water system project for the project financed by DW03 Loan Water Tower with a Borrow Bond Series 2023. The collection of the surcharge shall start on June 25th, 2023. The surcharge shall remain in effect until such time as the borrow bond is paid in full. It shall be collected at the same time as the other charges of the system and establish a surcharge account to segregate the income from other system income for bookkeeping purposes to be pledged to the South Dakota Conservancy District. The surcharge shall be reviewed from year to year and modified in order to provide the required 110% debt coverage. In addition to the normal water system user fee, the city hereby establishes a surcharge of $5.85 payable by all users and apartments of the water system for the project financed by DW04 Loan Drinking Water Improvements, Phase 2B, with a Borrow Bond Series 2024. The collection of the surcharge shall start on January 1st, 2025. The surcharge shall remain in effect until such time as the borrower bond is paid in full. It shall be collected at the same time as the other charges of the system and establish a surcharge account to segregate the income from the other system income for bookkeeping purposes to be pledged to the South Dakota Conservancy District. The surcharge shall be reviewed from year to year and modified in order to provide the required 110% debt coverage. On a roll call vote, well, we need a resolution. Is someone willing to make a motion to approve?
I'll second.
Which one won?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Motion by Jeremy, second by Joel. All right. Joe,
Aye.
Jeremy. Joel.
Aye.
Austin.
Nay.
And Rick.
Aye.
All right, we have 4 ayes and 1 nay. Motion passes. Now, if it's okay with you guys, I'm happy to read the entirety of 106.25. Or if I just stop where we changed. It's up to you.
No, I just want a copy of it. Let me
Okay.
review it.
Okay.
Take it to a lawyer.
How are you planning on billing people that don't live in town?
Make a new building.
I'm sorry, I was writing.
How do you plan on billing me? I don't live in town,
We mail postcards.
okay? And if I don't pay it,
Gonna shut your water off.
All right. Resolution establishing sewer rates for the city of Lake Preston, Resolution 106, TAC 25. Be it resolved that effective as of the 1st of January 2026, the following sewer rates shall apply. Whereas it is necessary to generate sufficient revenue to pay all costs for operating and maintenance of the complete wastewater system, that the cost be distributed to all users of the system in proportion to each user's contribution to the total loading of the treatment works, and whereas factors such as strength, BOD, and TSS volume, and delivery flow rate characteristics shall be considered and included as the basis for the user's contribution to ensure proportional distribution of operation and maintenance costs to each user. Or
See y'all in court.
now therefore pursuant to ordinance chapter 12, the following rates and schedules shall apply. Sewer service rates, metered services. If water is turned on at the curb stop, the rate per sewer usage shall be computed on a monthly basis. There shall be only one class of users for purposes of rate calculation, with rates to be determined based upon the user's metered water usage. The minimum monthly base rate shall be $18 base fee regardless of usage. An additional monthly charge shall be imposed at a rate of $2.50 for each 1,000 gallons or fraction thereof of metered water usage, stopping at 20,000 gallons. If water is turned off at the curb stop, a fee shall apply to all vacant structures, buildings, or vacant lots where the city sewer collection is available. The fee shall be $15 per month for each residence, multiple family, and commercial occupancy within the city for distribution and maintenance, and to assist with loan obligations. No additional loan surcharges will be charged to these properties until water is turned on at the curb stop. Funds will be separated to make large balloon payments towards water surcharge loans. If water is turned on at the curb stop of a second account shop, a minimum monthly charge consisting of $18 per month per connection base fee plus $2.50 per 1,000 gallons of water consumed or fraction thereof is hereby imposed for all residential connections in the city. If water usage exceeds 500 gallons, surcharges will be added to the bill for that month. In addition to the normal wastewater system user fee, the city hereby establishes a surcharge of $10.65 payable by all users of the wastewater system for the project financed by CWO1 loan Phase 1 with the Borrow Bond Series 2020. The collection of this surcharge shall start on July 25th, 2020. The surcharge shall remain in effect until such time as the borrow bond is paid in full. It shall be collected at the same time as other charges of the system and establish a surcharge account to segregate the income from other system income for bookkeeping purposes to be pledged to the South Dakota Conservancy District. The surcharge shall be reviewed from year to year and modified in order to provide the required 110% debt coverage. In addition to the normal wastewater system user fee, the city hereby establishes a surcharge of $7.80 payable by all users wastewater system for the project financed by CW02A loan phase 2A with the Borrow Bond Series 2023. The collection of the surcharge shall start on January 25th, 2023. The surcharge shall remain in effect until such time as the borrow bond is paid in full. It shall be collected at the same time as other charges of the system and establish a surcharge account to segregate the income from the other system income for bookkeeping purposes to be pledged to the South Dakota Conservancy District. The surcharge shall be reviewed from year to year and modified in order to provide the required 110% debt coverage. In addition to the normal wastewater system user fee, the city hereby establishes a surcharge of $25.60 payable by all users and apartments of the wastewater system for the project financed by CW3 loan phase 2B with a Borrow Bond Series 2024. The collection of the surcharge shall start on January 1st, 2025. The surcharge shall remain in effect until such time as the borrow bond is paid in full. It shall be collected at the same time as other charges of the system and establish a surcharge account to segregate the income from other system income for bookkeeping purposes to be pledged to the South Dakota Conservancy District. The surcharge shall be reviewed from year to year and modified in order to provide the required 110% debt coverage. Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
A second.
All right, well, oh God, my tongue hurts. Roll call vote. Joe.
Aye.
John. Joel.
Aye.
Austin.
Nay.
Rick.
Aye.
Okay. With 4 ayes and 1 nay, the motion hereby passes. Thank you for
I have an answer to my question.
Oh,
If I don't pay the bill, what,
great. Well, discussion was possibly going to taxes, correct? Like
Go to collections.
collections.
Collections, yeah.
Collections.
Yeah.
We are now cooperating with AAA collection companies.
bill me monthly or,
Yes.
and if I don't pay, then you'll have to go to collection.
Or you can pay a year, or you pay the whole year at one time,
You can do however.
6 months, 3 months, whatever, yeah. And I'm gonna do a year.
Figure out a house.
But my same point is, if I don't pay, you have to go to collection to get me to pay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Oh. Yeah.
What would you like?
Cedric, if you put the box down, I basically had that to try to help with, but make sure that that thing stays close to Cedric's mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or will it?
Just a minute.
But I think I touched it off. You clicked it even.
Oh, it's still on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
On that, does the fee, before you start, does the fee end when the loan is paid off?
That's what the
Yeah.
resolution says.
How many years is that set up for?
They're 30-year.
30
Yeah, the
years.
30-year loans.
So basically, after the 30-year loan, then I'm back to paying for their services again.
Unless somebody passes something, yeah.
And with the
That's
growth,
something else.
with the growth of Lake Preston and the houses that are being added on, it is quite likely that we will pay them off sooner than 30
These
years.
80, roughly, we figured at this amount would be total of lower $250,000 for it?
I think,
I don't remember all the
I
numbers.
don't remember either. We added it up.
We done it with different
Significant
amounts. Yep.
yeah,
Didn't realize that.
yeah, it's for loan payment.
I'm not gonna see it paid off.
Probably not too many in here will see it paid off.
Welcome.
Perfect. I will start with 2A.
Okay.
So Prunty is back in town. They are working on the water main on Park Avenue South.
Mhm.
All the water main is in up to, I call it 6th Street there. Got all the water main in up to there. We're working at the 5th and Park intersection today, hoping to tie that into the south tomorrow so they can start filling the line. Hopefully by the end of the week, they're done. At least done to the point where they can test the water main out and then look at doing services first part of next week. They do have one more culvert, correct, Brian, to put in?
Yeah.
Underneath the driveways, or one driveway on Park Avenue. The only other thing that's going on with 2A right now, and you guys may have noticed on Lake Avenue between Highway 14 and 2nd Street, there is some corrective work going on there. The curb and gutter was poured last Friday, and they are planning to pave that when the asphalt guys come in for the Phase 2B project next week.
About that, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Yep, they're planning to catch that when they're in town next week. So,
Yeah, I almost felt like I was in a neighboring town the other day when I tried to get across town. I ended up taking Maine and then still couldn't get to the assisted living, so.
I think they have a barricade open.
They do now, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you come from the north, more than likely you can't get there. You'd have to come from the south.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, you guys any questions on 2A? Okay, Phase 2B, I guess I'll start with the pay request. So Prunty had submitted pay request number 4. That pay request 4.
Yeah.
So pay request 4 was for a total of $428,472.63. And we reviewed that pay request and would recommend payment in that amount. It does include the soil cement operation that was completed, 2 weeks ago now, probably 3 weeks ago. And then the remaining portion of the underground utilities that weren't covered in the previous pay request.
Okay, any discussion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
Second it.
A motion by Austin, second by Rick. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
As far as just a quick update on 2Bs, all concrete work is completed on Fremont and on 4th as far as curb and gutter, Phillips Valley gutter. Rounds was on site today. They'll be here again tomorrow. They're finished grading the base course. And then they will be taking off potentially for the rest of the week unless they got a little bit to finish up, maybe Friday. The plan right now, tentatively, the pavers would be in either Monday or Tuesday next week, and they plan 2 days to pave Fremont and 4th Street. One day will be bottom, next day will be top. So they're planning to be done by the 15th, I believe. So I think that's next Wednesday, I think.
I know the general went up and looked at the manor, spots that were at question.
Oh, yeah.
So they got their eyes on that today and are aware of it. So.
Oh, up there on Banner Avenue?
Yep.
Okay.
Or the gas company. Been waiting for a panel of sidewalk for them to put back in Madison for 3 years now. One panel. Yes, any questions on 2B?
How come the second street looks like it's crooked?
The right of way is
Okay,
actually skewed for that last block.
okay.
When they put the curb in, I double, triple check, talked to Landon and yeah, the center line of the road is in the center of the right of way, and then the curb and gutter is obviously offset off the center line of the road, but there is a jog in that right of way. I'm guessing it's from probably the old railroad that went through. Everything kind of from Third Street south and west from Fremont is kind of all on a little bit of a skew just due to the old railroad.
Yeah.
So,
I know I stepped out there to the street after the east side, and went, something don't look right there. Don't
Yeah.
ask.
Well, and there's one block that is wider on the north end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And narrows
First
up
block,
for a
yeah.
couple.
yeah, so between Highway 14 and Second Street, that went back to the same width to allow for parking for school events on the south
Okay.
side of the highway. And then from Second Street south, those are back to the 30-foot standard width that we've done on the other projects.
That makes sense.
Okay, water tower, had a progress meeting today. They're still working towards substantial completion. There's still some items that they need to address prior to meeting substantial completion. But the tower is operational, has been operational for about a week, a little over a week now. So that is the tower that is providing the city with all their water. So they have a few, I won't call them small, a few items to get addressed before substantial completion can be granted.
They stick a cork in all the leaks.
A lot of rewelding. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks here, they can reach substantial completion, and then they have to reach final completion prior to, I believe it's December 15th. So all the punch list items and everything would have to be completed prior to that. So there is potentially one item that won't be, and that'd just be, we have some questions on the exterior coating that they have to do some additional testing on. So, but that's something they're planning to get up here and get a few tests done and provide us with the results.
Like it might not meet a spec or.
Yeah, right now we're not really sure. It just seems like it looks like a shadow on the bottom. We're unsure if it's the paint or an actual shadow. Because the bottom of those bowls can get that shadow effect where it always looks like the paint's a different color.
Yep.
And so we're requesting that they go up and take a sample and run a test and make sure that the paint is adequate.
It's all the same color in the dark.
So, miss anything on the water
with your
tower?
eyes closed.
No, not really.
Okay, I guess as far as demo, they are planning to demo the existing tower October 23rd.
That's that week.
That week of the 23rd. We as in the city gave them the approval today that they could start that at 6 a.m. that week. Whenever they come in, they're planning to have everything down and gone by about 2 p.m. if they start at 6.
Same day.
Same day. So,
Can we sell tickets that from a certain distance away? 'Cause a lot of people are gonna wanna watch.
yeah, no, there's traffic control involved. Basically, we're closing down from City Hall, that whole intersection,
Yep.
all directions.
They lift it down with a crane.
Yeah, they'll have a crane and they'll basically cut the tank in half is what they told us today. Bring that down and then just start torching away and cutting it up. So,
Probably kind of fun to watch.
yeah.
Hope somebody videotapes it.
Well, I need to talk to Zeke, but might have one of our people come up with the drone and fly the drone as they're taking it
Yeah,
down.
that'd be,
Oh,
Get a
that'd be
video
cool.
of it. So, moving on, TAP grant. So we're still in the process of design. The month of October here, we need to have landowner meetings with everybody along the Highway 14 corridor. So between myself, probably another one of our guys out of our Brookings office, and Brian will get a hold and get in touch with every landowner or resident along Highway 14, go through the project, go through any temporary easements that may be needed for any additional grading, and then get those completed so we can keep things moving and get those easement documents prepared.
So it's all the way from one side to the other.
Yep, so it'll go from the east, we'll stop at the east side of Main Street.
In this first
Yeah,
phase?
yeah,
Okay,
for phase
okay.
one, it'll be the east side of Main Street, both sides of the road, all the way down to the west side of Park Avenue. And then on the south side of the road, where the sidewalk will continue all the way to the ball field approach. So all that in front of the pool will get redone and made ADA
Yeah, 'cause
compliant.
there is no sidewalk on the north side of
Right.
that block.
So, but even from Park to Main, even the areas that don't have sidewalk will have sidewalk.
And it's just that, or
No, that's just phase one. East side of Main to the west side of Park, and then along
phase
the,
two would be
yeah,
from,
To be determined.
yeah.
Mhm.
When we submitted for phase one, there was kind of a master plan that Brian and I had went through, and there was 4 phases.
I believe phase 2 is Second Street from Main to the football field.
Mhm.
If I remember. right.
We put in as like anything around the school,
Yeah,
okay.
or like where.
So in other words, I don't have to worry about stuff getting all tore up.
no.
I haven't seen anybody walk down that sidewalk for
No, since the
decades.
I mean, they were stumbling home from Suffolk all then.
Yeah, so there's nobody who's those sidewalks along there.
And did you find your missing chip sealing guy?
Yeah, they'll be here next year.
Oh,
Same price as this year?
So we were informed on right around September 15th timeframe, from what I can remember. I'd have to look back at the correspondence, but we finally got a hold of, we had to call their vice president to get in touch with the superintendent. But essentially they got busy. They said they could have been here last week. Well, at the time, the extended forecast looked like it was kind of starting to turn. The minimum temp requirements are a surface temp of 60 degrees in the shade. And we were a little concerned that if we come in and put the chip seal down, what's the longevity of that product? If it's going to be not adequate temperatures, are we better off holding them off, sending them a letter, basically doing a winter shutdown, and then giving them a date to start next year, or a date to be completed by, and LDs would basically start until they get it completed.
Okay.
So that letter was sent 2 weeks ago to them on the 22nd.
Do we need to add more blocks for next year, or is, no?
And that'll
Okay.
that'll be,
That's the plan.
so part of that's going to be figuring out what the scope of chip sealing would be next year for the city, and then reaching out to them to see if we can change order it on, if they would still honor their prices. They may say no, and we're stuck with doing the original scope and then bidding out another chip seal project. So we need to work through that with obviously them and Lake Preston and the 6 other communities who are also part of the multi-community chip seal.
one concern I would have would be if we do such a huge chunk, we can afford it now, but when we have to do it in 4 years, doing that large chunk, like that might be.
We knew that was gonna be next year, so part of our budget from next year was already gonna be delegated to chip sealing again.
Right, I'm saying in 2030.
You're saying if it's gonna
when we
be
need to do
every
it again, when
7
we're doing
years.
7,
7
yeah,
years.
5
so,
to 7 years is,
yeah.
that's why we're doing this option.
But
versus
I
the 3 to
mean,
5.
you said 5 to 7.
Minimum.
So in other words, you could,
break it up again.
Yeah.
Odd numbers, yep.
That's just want to make sure we don't commit ourselves to something we can't afford down the road.
Yeah, as long as we keep that budget there, that line, keep it for repairs and paving.
Yeah.
Because realistically, our water and sewer repairs should be dwindling.
Sure.
Yeah, after phase 2B, you'll only have 2 blocks of water main in town that aren't PVC.
where's that at?
By Carbons and,
Tim Casper's.
Oh, so out on the outside fringe area then?
Yeah, Main Street west on 4th Street and Walters north of 4th Street. Otherwise, everything else is
What's
maybe
under 14?
no water.
It's on the side, it's underneath. the
Oh,
side, yeah.
all right, yep. It's on the south side, no, north side.
No, yeah, it to be determined.
It's on
It
the
says it's on the
north.
south side, when Randy built his shop, he had to bore to the south side. When El Piado was built, the Napa building was built, there's a main over there. So
In
it's
front of Diane's old house, it's on the north side.
gotta be, because all the curb stops are on the sidewalk.
And when it frees up under 14, they're down there once trying to steam it, you know, or hot water we done. We got like 3/4 of the way across, and then that was all the lengths of plastic pipe I had. And then by the next day, it was frozen solid all the way, so went to the garden hose trickling type thing to get through the
They're
winter.
planning to do Highway 14 in 2035 or 2040.
They are, the
DOT.
I'll believe when I see it, but
Who knows? I almost wasn't around a year ago.
Counting no chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, well, any other questions for Cedric? Okay, thank you for coming.
Yes.
Oh, wait, one second. So the next line on our agenda,
Oh, the Aspen building.
do you remember the specifics on that sidewalk thing Aspen was doing up here? She's just gonna do the ramp going this way and stairs going that way, right?
just like the clinic.
Just like the clinic?
I think so, yeah, there was a ramp coming off the one side.
Mhm.
Originally, the ramp was, if you were going south, you'd go on the ramp, but they flip-flopped it because of the light
To the
pole.
north. 'Cause there was
That light pole.
yeah, there's some with the light pole, yeah.
They couldn't fit between the railing and the light
Yeah.
pole. Or you guys cleaning snow went to fit
Mhm.
between the railing and the light pole with the ramp that way, so they flipped it. So now to go up the ramp, you'd have to be walking north
Correct.
on that side to go up the ramp. The
Yeah.
stairs would be on the
And
other.
there was like one step or
Two.
one, was it one?
I think there was two.
Coming straight off the road then, just like the clinic, I mean, a mirror.
So like between you and Brian, like, how much does it cost? So that she has emailed, I don't know if you guys got to read the email.
Yeah.
Wondering if the city could be any part in helping with the sidewalk.
Yeah, we don't typically help with sidewalks.
Yeah.
But I mentioned Brenda, maybe she could contact Development Board for some of our big dollars.
But I said I would bring
You
it to
gotta
the
go.
council, so.
Hmm?
You have to go.
You gotta be awake in 10 minutes.
Good luck.
You can make it in about 40.
You can call him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as a rules, we haven't.
No,
helped
Those
private
ramp
industries.
styles with railings and stairs are not cheap. I do
Okay.
know that. It just,
Okay, you can go.
Go.
because it's all gonna depend if they have to pour any sort of frost footing or anything
Yeah.
underneath of the ramp, which I'm sure they'll have to. So,
I just told her that I'd bring it to the council, so.
Okay,
I mean, yeah, I don't know what the ordinance is for sidewalk. I'm sure it's the property
Yeah,
owner's
it's property owner.
responsibility.
mhm. Yeah,
I know it has been on any of the other repairs,
mhm.
because the council at that time made a mistake on allowing people to decide, when we had that all tore up, if they wanted to put new into their building.
Oh,
And we went the nice guy route and said, it's up to you. And then how many times we broke up and tore up that sidewalk because people started having water problems.
They're all lead, that's why.
So sometimes being a nice guy isn't always the
Wise.
best way.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
don't need deer.
I do, I just hope it's a big enough left to put my tag on.
Oh, they will tag them for you.
Yeah.
You can go on Mike down to the center.
All right.
So what, yeah.
Okay, so with regard to the Keats building, just inform property owner that it's not a city.
And I'm certain I could be wrong, but when she first met with us as a council or as a city, didn't we state that we would have no financial interest in this at all?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I
it's still on, or?
Gonna
Yeah.
read.
Oh, I thought it was done.
Yeah.
What's she doing?
She wants to dig up the main street and put a 6-inch water main to the building.
That was gonna be expensive, wasn't it?
She was gonna cover it, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like in this one email, she said, did the city have any intent, money available to help with the sidewalk ramp upgrades? Just wondering if there has been any thoughts, conversation on helping us with that to help get the project going. Every penny counts at this point.
Yeah.
On our side too.
I check with the development board.
We
Yeah.
help one person, we have to help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
Isn't
That's
that-
it.
Yeah, that's good.
He's right, though. That's the development board. That's her
Yeah.
board.
so have her reach out to. Yeah. Okay. Approve minutes of the September 8th regular meeting.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Jeremy, second by Austin. Is there any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Well, committee reports. We had one report already. Anything else?
Yeah, safety net. Yep. Go ahead, Joe. Oh, I guess. So we'll come up with a good, let's say, starting point compromise type thing. That
Land, the land and sand?
the what,
Okay, never mind.
it's for,
Oh, okay.
So Tim
nuisance
had,
properties, right?
Tim had
So-
emailed
right.
us like
Well,
7 or 8 different properties that need to be sent to our city attorney to go to court. Okay,
Okay,
now you guys.
and that's,
And we're on.
that's part of the safety?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we put it.
Safety and health.
Okay,
Well, I think we kind of initially met just to see if we wanted to keep Tim on to review the nuisance properties.
right.
Right.
And Joe suggested, and I agree, that that's probably a good idea, should any of these go to court. That way
Let's say-
it's been documented, and our hands are off of it, and
Sure.
There shouldn't be any bias on
Hopefully
our
not.
part.
hopefully not.
Type thing. And Joe come up with setting a deadline of August 1st, correct? Or August 31st.
The whole idea is that some people respond better to, a firm line in the sand. You need to have significant improvement by the state, and if we put it far enough in the future, it gives people plenty of time to do whatever they need to do. And after that day, then I guess we're gonna have to start talking to lawyers.
Yeah.
That's in my idea, that's a last ditch effort. I would like to avoid it if at all possible. But it would be nice to make this a town to be proud of every day, not just every 5 years.
So that was kind of what we kind of thought was a good compromise.
So,
But, I mean,
Not to stop sending letters or watching
No,
things and stuff within that time, but
so,
that would be the beginning of court time.
right, so the properties, these 7 identified properties, nothing will happen legally.
Nothing legally.
Until
You could
August
probably-
31st.
That was
Or-
just
or
a
whatever we
suggestion,
Right.
dude, but
or if we
yeah.
ever if we change the date,
Now, whether you wanna send a letter stating that, I guess that would be the best way, is set a letter stating this is the line in the sand.
Yeah,
Type
and
thing
this
of
is
that
what will
August
happen after
31st or
that.
whatever.
We
and stuff.
discussed that letter being from Todd.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And perhaps, because I heard there may be some
property owners who aren't exactly clear about what this
That
Tim
was-
is
that
looking
was
for.
Another
So I think
thing.
maybe we can
Yeah.
ask Tim to give us specifics that we
Mhm.
pass
Or
on
I
to Todd.
don't think Tim needs to meet with these people. I
No,
just
no,
think he
no.
needs to look at the property and say, okay, this
Yeah,
needs to
make a
go.
list.
that
Make a
needs to
list
go,
of-
you
because if
know,
it
put a fence
says
around this, you know, that
doesn't
kind of
meet-
thing. Give us a list.
Maintenance, well,
Right,
what is
that's
it? Is
very
it some peeling
generic.
paint or
Right.
is it a couple pieces of loose tin on a roof or?
And
you
I
know,
think
it's just
primarily we're more focused on how the town presents itself as you drive down through the street. The alleys are another issue. But let's make some inroads where we can. Let's focus on, you know, the public face of
And then-
things and then we'll go from there.
Given that deadline type thing, now we start having a schedule type thing that here's the progress that it gets to get to court. So there's a, you know,
At some
all of a sudden
point,
nothing
we're
to
gonna
do,
have
it's
to
like-
find out who determines what significant improvement is.
Yeah.
And that's gonna have to be case by case.
That's, I guess, the one thing I've noticed about the list is I wish it was more specific,
yeah.
because just saying
I think this
property out
will
of
kind of address
compliance.
that, you know.
Right.
Okay, well, is it this or is it that, or what is it exactly, you know, but.
Yeah.
Well, it has
Yeah,
reasonable.
specifics,
That's
yeah,
reasonable.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll ask Tim to give us some more
In-depth
explanation
kind
and
of
then
a-
pass this along to Todd.
somewhat itemized list
Mhm.
of where the areas he thinks still needs improvement.
Okay,
Okay, so this is just an idea that we came up with, because I was here that night.
Mhm.
Joe, we all know that you're one of them. And so just talking to Joe that night, do these people need help? You know,
Like-
so I said that I could head up a group for any volunteers in the community that would want to meet, like come spring. And we have city skid steer and some trailers and just start helping.
And a whole lot of hands and gloves.
So
And I told her to sign me up because I'm all for it. As it is, when Joan and I go walking through the alley, we pick up garbage. And if there's, you know, we run out of places to clean up, well, then we'll do that. Just do whatever we can to kind of get the town a, you know, lived in look.
So are we good with me sharing this and,
What are you gonna hurt?
Yeah,
anybody?
no,
right?
if they don't want the help, they don't want the help, but the ones that do, then.
You know, and maybe we could even, you know, have a free will donation kind of a thing for, you know, things that we have to purchase or buy to do whatever we need to do.
That, but when do you think in spring, like what do you roughly?
When's it, I don't know if there is a slow time for you in the spring.
No, I'm thinking more like plenty of time to dry after snow melt. type
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Cause you're not
you're
tearing
gonna
up
have
yards.
So when do we have the dumpsters in town in the spring?
yeah,
Right at the beginning. of
right. Usually
Yeah.
right before
Yeah,
I
graduation.
think we
Would not
need
be
to
a bad
get something
time.
Yeah.
organized before
Mhm.
then.
No, but I mean,
Do
that would be a
that.
good time to
That's why
start.
I post it
doing
now, to start, getting a
Getting
lineup of
some people and,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Cause then if that group had a bunch of cleaning to do or stuff to haul out that could go into dumpsters, if nothing
Well,
else.
you know, I mean, just as an
Yeah,
example, you
just
know,
an idea.
I think
We get
her
the
name's
landfill
Faye
if
that
we need
lives
to.
around
Yeah.
the
Long as they.
corner
use
from me.
amounts.
In the cemetery, when we have cleanup out there, we get last day of school, certain grades come out, and help us
Oh,
Yeah.
clean up out there, and they do a good job.
Picking up
I think it's
sticks.
from probably 9 to 11, so they get back for lunch.
Yeah.
Is that in May too?
Last day of
Yeah.
school.
So that's towards the end of May, so what if we did the same thing? For, you know, just the
Yeah.
senior open camp, or open campus or something, I don't know.
Or like, I even thought the FFA kids,
Mhm.
you know.
I thought about retired guys.
Right.
Well, it's a way to get out, and get exercise, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
Right.
probably a lot of different angles you could go with this.
yeah, good ideas.
So do we want to go with the August 31st date, or do we want to?
Oh, you're
For
back on that.
completion, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing getting us back on task? What?
Well,
Oh, okay.
No.
Never
come
mind.
on, man,
But
what's
that
wrong with
does
you?
give you, if it's painting and stuff,
Yeah.
it does give you a little more time.
Yeah. But I
Because
just,
by
I
the end
just,
of August, it's starting
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to wait
Potentially
until
cool
the
down.
deadline.
Right.
And that, we just kind of wanted to have a line in the sand far enough ahead of now to give people a chance. Last thing we want to do is go to court.
Okay.
So
So,
it doesn't have to be August 1st.
no. So we will ask Tim for details, pass those
Mhm.
along to Todd, send letters, you'll post that.
I
We'll
think
have
the
a list.
details need to come here as well.
Well,
Yep.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah, because we'll be the ones passing them to Todd. Tim's not talking to Todd.
Yep. Right.
We'll pass them along. But then, yeah, you'll collect a list of people and we'll contact property owners come spring as weather permits.
Yeah, and then maybe someday in my life, people won't come in here and about people's nuisance properties.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Keep dreaming.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is that it for committee reports?
Guess that's who I was on.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, thank you, committees. Doug,
Good.
Brian,
I thought he was gonna do it there. I don't have a whole lot either. No, the pool is winterized. Everything's shut down, ready to go for the whole winter, so. We had a water leak in the campground. Meter pit had a plastic fitting on it that shouldn't have been there and was put in, so that broke and made a nice big mess, but, as they said in the deal, the new water tower is up and running. So far, so good. Today we had a sales rep from Waterous come and one of the hydrants just didn't feel right when I was flushing it. It was too new to not just shut down and call the guys. So they showed up and they found some pretty significant stuff in there that shouldn't have been there. So they replaced the parts when we flushed it without the head on it. So just straight up in the air. And the chunks were coming, so that's good that they got out of there. But then they didn't mention that the grass seeders are supposed to be here, they thought in the next week or two. With that, the rest, I'll call for executive for legal if I can, or when you guys can. For legal on that. And then, this weekend, the South Lift Station decided that 3 of the 5 floats were gonna just give up all at once. So they were throwing alarms all day
That'll
yesterday. So they came up today, they only had 3 floats. They said, if you're gonna do 3, you must do all 5. And I said, go ahead and do it, so. They're gonna come back up, they thought Wednesday, maybe Thursday, to get the rest of it done. And then I was contacted by, the neighbor at the Melness property about where we at with that.
we're at county level.
As far as, well, I think we're at county level, we tore the barn down too, aren't we?
Yeah, that is, I mean, we can appeal to have it declared a nuisance property as not safe.
I think that was.
That's what we did with the
Tim's-
barn.
I think
I'm
Tim,
checking to see if I forwarded it on to Todd now.
Okay.
but,
That's been in the works for a while.
yeah, and I know it seemed like,
September 11th.
it seemed like
Okay.
it seemed like Tim saw that barn once and next thing you know, it was the next meeting, we were, tear it down and get, then it was just done, but I just.
Sounds like
What's
Todd
the
has it.
difference?
This is kind of dragging on.
Yeah, I just tried to figure out
Todd
the
said,
difference.
I'm going to sue out this matter. As I recall, he is deceased and no heir will touch it. It will be necessary to serve this by publication. After publication is completed, we'll get an order authorizing to demolition of the property.
Okay, so we just need to serve
I
public notice.
I can follow up with Todd.
Okay, thank you.
I'll let him know, but.
And considering one time somebody was gonna give the development corporation some pretty good money, I understood for it, but
Yeah, and I don't know that it was even going to development court,
Yeah.
but I think it was just going
Still at
straight
the
to
county.
sale.
Yeah.
I think they thought they could get money. We get the development board gets the things that they don't expect to get any money for.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't it just recently? Yeah, there was a house up for auction
In Arlington
in Arlington from the county, so.
Mm-hmm.
for back taxes, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Right, that-
I don't know
mean,
how
that
far.
would be the same thing.
Yeah.
The county does it.
Yeah, it'd be,
Yeah, because for the longest time, they've done everything that way.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, they start giving it to city development corporations.
Little city who turns it.
Well,
Yeah.
that way they get their fingers out of it. That way they don't have to,
Yeah.
That's all I
be
have.
responsible. for
Thank
it.
you. All right. Finance officer report.
Okay. So the citywide cleanup did move locations, it's behind Fire Hall now. And it's not till the 14th. Or I mean, it's till the 14th, gosh.
Okay, I was gonna say, man, one's already getting fairly full.
I smashed them all down on Saturday.
Oh, and it's gotten more stuff on it again.
You brought your mobile trash compactor?
And then next week, safety benefits is coming and Brian will take them around to all of the specific buildings and hopefully we pass.
Sure. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Much appreciated. Oh, approval of claims.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it then.
Motion by Rick, second by Joe. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Financial report.
Okay, so the only thing I had was, so I ended up paying Prunty their pay 1, 2, and 3 all in one thing. And we hadn't gotten the state money yet. But it was so backed up that Prunty was like, so you're telling us that we haven't gotten paid for any of the project on Fremont? So I just paid it ahead, but then now in October, those funds have already came back in. So,
Okay.
So everything is square again?
yeah.
Okay.
Timing
Before
issue
you-
more than anything.
Before you did that, you knew the state had already processed it though. So.
Yeah, because Suzanne had told me, and I'm like, well, the money's coming, so.
It's in the mail.
Yeah, just-
You have to check in the mail. There was, there was something I saw that was high. Oh, yeah, the general buildings. I don't, refresh my memory, if you will, why that's over. I apologize, but I couldn't remember. And I don't know if anyone at home checks out our financial reports, but if they ever ask me, I want to be able to explain. How about anyone?
I stare at them, but I'm not sure exactly what I'm saying all the time.
Yeah.
I'm seeing lots of, what was it, fund whatever, you know.
Oh, for the water.
Sewer phase
Yeah.
1, 2A, 2B, 1, you know, that.
I don't know, like what that page used to be when I first got here was like 5 lines, now it's like 20,
Or more.
right?
Okay.
Oh, general government engineering. So, and those are all from Banner. I think that was with, we pay the GBO engineering on the,
Right, and then,
The study deal?
yeah.
yeah, okay. Thank you. Did anyone else see anything they want to discuss? All right, is there a motion to approve financial report?
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you. Motion by Joe, second by Austin. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, I saw 3 building permits, 2 were us. And then there's,
Garden shed,
yeah,
12 by 16
Oh, okay.
on a gravel pad.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think I've seen that last.
okay. And then, does anyone have anything else to add about nuisance properties? We already had a discussion, so. Okay. Special event liquor license, fire department.
Yeah. for the Pleasant Valley.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's in Maine, isn't it?
That's what, 2 weeks?
I think so.
Yeah, around that.
We-
18th, I think is the
Yeah.
opening day. I heard.
Okay, is someone willing to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. At least we got one that's supposedly not biased on that motion.
Motion by
Otherwise, there's
Jeremy,
3 of us that
We
would
could have
have.
spoke up.
second by Joel. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Media policy change. Didn't we just do that?
Is it because there's a different chief?
I think it was- yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So now Brian's on it instead of Josh.
gotcha. All right.
Will they come and talk to you?
I'll send them.
Well, geez, which he can designate you to be the information officer. He can pass the buck.
Yeah, to the fire.
Yeah.
It says no comment, no comment.
Yeah.
Okay, so the media policy change, is, the policy is the same. It is.
Contact
The
information.
Yeah.
designated people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
changing
change.
Brian, as he's now chief. Okay, so, yeah,
So now it's Donna, Brian, Bonnie.
yeah,
But yet it also
Bonnie
Bonnie Nelson.
Nelson, she's the president of the ambulance.
But they can designate
yeah.
somebody to speak on behalf of,
I was just
whether it's
noticing,
a department or something.
blasted emails on there, but I suppose they can have more contact. So, do we need to vote to change the name? We can just to cover our bases.
I'll make a motion that we incorporate change to the policy as far as designated officers.
I'll second.
Motion by Joe, second by Austin. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Huh. We made it to employee council concerns.
Good. Good.
Okay.
There was a little incident at the Amwood shed. Involving a slight miscalculation of the height of the door. So it's not, it's operable. Brian done the old football, shouldered a few times and got so it'll go up and down again, but somebody called me and asked me what this rubber thing was laying on top of the Amwoods and who hit the door.
Who hit the door?
No names.
And that's what Brian said. Do I have to say to him that? I said, no, I didn't say anything either. So, you know, just play. Okay. So, but she finally figured it out.
Yeah.
Whoops. It was a she.
Mm.
So
Accidents
one,
happen.
It happens.
one
That's what-
panel
That's what I told them.
got dinged a little bit. So
You're in a hurry.
we'll have to see.
What, was it going in or going out?
We're in a hurry.
Oh,
After the parade.
oh.
Oh.
Wasn't up all the way, so.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
just down, just
You
enough to catch it basically.
You almost need to make a mark, it's minimum
Yeah, you're backing in though, you don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, if you see,
Unless you take the mirror and rotate the mirror up so you can see that door, which
oh, yeah.
I never trust the damn garage door opener. Even if it starts up, it's like, I want to make sure it's either all the way up or I ain't moving through it. Either way, so.
No harm, no foul.
No, it's gonna be one
Insurance.
panel and stuff, so I don't know what, as far as insurance, if it's gonna be enough to.
What is, you know what the deductible is for the city stuff?
I think it's 500.
Yeah, I imagine.
It's, I got ahold of Dell and Jake right away. They went and got the number from their file,
Yep.
door, they had all the information.
It's gonna need a new panel.
They already got it coming. They said, we'll worry about the insurance later, but it can take 2 months to get here. So, I just said, get it coming.
Yeah, it needs it either way, but
Yep,
guess we'll decide if we wanna turn it in or not.
yep. When it gets here.
I'm guessing that's all $500 for that.
That wouldn't surprise me for ordering one panel.
Yep.
But, other than that, I guess that's one thing I know. I called and talked to Tim a little bit this morning and I mean, it was fine. I never got into any real detail. I kind of expressed, if he could tell me in a little more detail what, am I putting too much energy here when I should be putting a little more energy over there? Type thing, because that was the way it was that night. It's like, well, I've made a ton of, progress on that north building, but is it customers semi sitting there that I gotta try to get them out of there, or is it something else type
Yeah.
thing?
well,
So,
that'd probably be a good place to start.
yeah,
Yeah, like having those letters come through will be helpful.
yeah,
Like
if
the
we
detailed
could get a
listing.
little more detail, so.
Okay, Jeremy?
That's fine.
No, I didn't do it other than, I think, the executive session.
Just one thought that popped in my mind regarding our little cleanup crew that we're kind of proposing here. I wonder if we shouldn't have some sort of waiver for.
Accidental?
injuries or- Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be.
That they're, the city's not rely.
Well,
yeah.
sort of like we do for fire department, like have a roster of, create a volunteer list that we were covered.
Or what you're saying when you go to Thunder Valley.
Yeah.
I don't read all that.
Yeah.
I don't read it.
Never read it.
No.
Anything else?
Sometimes I want to read you right Elvis in there, you didn't even know.
All right,
Joe done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I don't have anything other than did you guys do the alley behind the bank?
We started, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot better.
Yeah, we started it, but I didn't wanna do it all at one shot, and
Yeah.
have it be this thick and not packed and, but yeah,
No, I mean, it's a lot better already, so.
yep, we're starting to.
It gets a little rough in there.
Yeah.
You know who had-
The mailman would slow down just to 10, 15 miles an hour. Or better.
That's all I
Brian,
got.
you know
Flies by
who had the heavy foot behind the firewall?
No, why?
Oh, there's somebody spun out and there's rust like this deep in the alley back there.
Of course, there is brand new gravel.
Oh. Yeah, I just noticed it today.
Big truck, dualies or?
No, like a pickup or
I'm
something
thinking more
like
like a
that.
15-year-old in gas truck.
That seems
Leave
about
me
right.
out.
Yeah,
I spent all that
it's
time redoing that.
down the
alley.
road a little ways and one's actually kind of off on the shoulder part and the other one's in the road, but man, it's like 6-8 inches deep there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you have to take a look at
Seems
that.
par for the course.
Yeah.
Not sad, but true. Nothing for me.
yeah, me either, so. All right, our next meeting, because we will go into executive, but before we do, next meeting is November 10th. 7 PM here. So, with that, we'll go into executive. It's still only 8:39. Just- I think Jeremy
did.
Or else I will. Since there
I have
potentially is a
something to discuss
legal
too.
issue we need to discuss. for legal reasons, I guess.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go
Good.
ahead. I need a body break.
I didn't mind. Too much